sorry, yeah, page 234 of volume 4. You have volume 4, page 234. Simon, you can assist me. 234.
Which one is 234?
Volume 4.
For something else?
No, it looks 34. Sorry. My handwriting shows like 34. It's actually 230, but someone has written 0 as 4. It is 230, but the is not like 0. It's page 230. You can see the Gazette notice at the bottom. Gazette notice, Chairman of the Tribunal, is Gazette notice number 4956. Mine is not clear. The copy Peter gave me. 49. Gazette notice number 4956. Yes. Chairman, there you've appointed yourself as a presidential returning officer, pursuant to Article 88.4. Simon, just give him the constitution. Let him read Section 8, Article 88.4. Let's read the question 88.4.
This says the Commission is responsible for conducting or supervising referenda and elections to any elective body or office established by this Constitution and any other election as prescribed by an Act of Parliament.
So there is no, it doesn't talk about presidential returning officer, that article, on the face of it.
Well, there are other sections. You know,
no, we'll go to those. We'll go to all of them.
Read this document as a whole.
Chairman, we'll go to each of them. But yes. I'm saying that particular one does not talk about returning officer.
It talks about the main function of the Commission, conducting elections and referenda.
Yeah, Chairman, so we understand, so we make our work easier. We, both of us are lawyers, and you're a senior lawyer. So, but when I'm asking questions, I'm asking as a witness. So what I'm just saying, on the face of it, it doesn't talk about a presidential returning officer, that article. Go to Article 137. What is it about? You don't have to read all of it, but what is Article 137?
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
A person qualifies for nomination of a presidential candidate if the person is a citizen by birth, is disqualified to stand for election as a member of parliament, is nominated by a political party or is an independent candidate, is nominated by not fewer than 2,000 voters.
It doesn't talk about...
And goes on and on.
Yeah, it doesn't talk about presidential returning officer. Let's go to 138.10.
138.10 says 138? 10.
Yeah, Article 138 sub Article 10.
It says within 7 days after the presidential election, the chairperson of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission shall declare the result of the election, deliver written notification of the result to the Chief Justice and the incumbent president.
Then you have the Elections Act. Give him the Elections Act.
I don't have it.
Yeah. Peter will give you a copy, his copy. Just read what section 33, what's about section 33 of the Act?
Section?
33. You don't have to read just the title. What's about, what the,
33, this is not the Election Act, this is the IEBC Act.
Okay. Just keep the IEBC Act. You will still read the IEBC Act. So IEBC Act, we have to wait for the Election Act. Read section 4 of the IEBC Act.
Functions of the commission,
Yeah.
as provided for by Article 884 of the Constitution. The commission is responsible for conducting or supervising referenda and elections to an elective
Without
body
going through
or
that
office.
section, in that section, is there any part in that section 4 that talks about presidential returning officer?
Well,
No, on the face of
in
it,
so many words,
Chairman,
no.
Yeah. You know, I just need an answer. And then, so get the Elections Act. Give him the Elections Act here, Simon. You don't have the Elections Act? I'll give you my copy just a minute. No, in a minute. Somewhere here. It's here, it's here. Just give me. The Elections Act read section 33.
Section
33.
13.
33, 33.
33.
No, 33 is 38 actually. It's popular. 38, 38. 38.
38. Holding of elections after notice of an election has been published in the Gazette under section 14, 15, 14, 16, 17, and 19. Every returning officer shall proceed to hold the election according to the terms of the notice and in accordance with the regulations relating to elections.
And it sets out the returning officers there.
Well, it says, it doesn't set out anything. It just says returning officer shall proceed.
And 39?
39, determination and declaration of results. The Commission shall determine, declare, and publish the results of an election immediately after close of polling. And the Commission shall appoint constituency returning officers to be responsible for the items listed. Do I read them?
Yes, fine. Just give me. So, but what I'm saying, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Just give me the act, Simon. The Elections Act is very specific. It gives out the appointment of polling station officers, the returning officers and the deputy returning officers for the constituency and the county, both returning and deputy. It does not provide for presidential returning officer.
Yeah, it's not here.
So, Chairman, as the head of IEBC, you appointed yourself as a returning officer alone. If you look at all the acts, all the sections of the law you referred to, none of them talks about the returning officer. So I don't understand the legal foundation of where you appointed yourself presidential returning officer.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
The jurisprudence, this matter has been litigated upon in the presidential election petition 2017, Raila Odinga, and also in the minor KI case, and the issues around presidential returning officer or national returning officer were canvassed in those judgments. So we look at this. This has to be read alongside the jurisprudence.
I read the judgment.
Yes.
It was the issue of a returning officer presidential was not an issue. It was never an issue. It was never an issue in one of the cases you're referring to, and it was not a finding in the judgments you're referring to. It was obiter. It was in between the judgments. It was never a finding of all those judgments. That is a presidential returning officer. We'll deal with it in the submissions. The other issue, Chairman, is that the law, the Elections Act, gives returning officers and deputy returning officers for the other elections. So basically, it gives you an idea on the two levels of returning officers.
Yeah.
So why did you not find it fit when you appointed yourself returning officer to appoint a deputy returning officer?
Yeah, the Article 138.10 is fairly clear on that, the powers of the chairperson cannot be shared. That's what this is in compliance with Article 138.
That's for declaration.
Yes.
But returning officer is not just declaring. The returning officer does so many things. So I'm just asking, like, the same law says in the event of anything happening to the chair, the vice takes over. So you're telling us...
I'm not aware of that same law you're talking about.
Okay, we'll get it now in the IEBC Act, whatever, where it says that the vice chair, when in the absence of the chairman, the vice chair takes over. It's in your schedule.
Yeah, that's in the function.
Yeah, we'll read it. We'll read it in the Act.
Yes.
So I'm saying, so you want to tell us, Mr. Chairman, that if you were to get an accident on 14 or on 15, for whatever reason, God forbid, no one was going to announce our results?
I'm here.
I know.
I'm alive.
And I'm saying, thank God you're alive.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, we're not God. We're not immortal, Chairman. Yeah? We're not immortal. So, and you're not immortal, and you cannot claim immortality. Anything can happen to anyone, even me. So I'm saying, anything could have happened to you, our results would still have been announced by someone else. So why did you have the courage to appoint a deputy returning officer?
My position is that this appointment was in compliance with Article 138.10 of the Constitution, which does not provide for, in the event of...
Okay, Chairman. IEBC, do you have a governance manual, corporate governance manual? Do you operate using a manual?
Yes.
Do you have structures?
IEBC has structures. It has organization structures. We have the charter. We have policy and manuals for all the 9 directorates, and even in the HR manual, we have the structure of the organization. So we operate using the corporate governance structures.
So before you have any meeting of the commission, invites have to be sent out. There have to be, a meeting of the commission. Minutes are taken. Is that how you operate? Or how do you run? How are you running the commission, Mr. Chairman?
Normal meetings, yes, a notice has to be given by the commission secretary, who is the CEO, and then meetings are called. We have normal meetings, and in those, before those meetings are called, we have commission subcommittees chaired by a commissioner and at least 2 members. Each of the subcommittees chaired by a commissioner or 2 members, and then reports from those committees is what is brought to plenary for discussion and decision making.
So all your meetings are basically minuted?
Well, we have many informal meetings and formal meetings. We had a lot of informal meetings in Bomas, and even in the office, normal routine, many meetings for caucusing on various issues, which are not minuted.
The second schedule of the IEBC Act sets out the criteria clearly for conducting business of IEBC.
Yes, it does.
And if you look at the schedule, it says there have to be minutes of all meetings of the commission.
Yes. It's all meetings must be minuted, but